Hey guys, Captain Fallon here. Today I want to talk about Love ROMs and Love Retro. A company by a mom and pop married couple who distributed Nintendo ROMs and put ads on their page to get revenue. And Nintendo came after them and won for $12 million. Now, I don't know how much they made on ads. Maybe that's like a pittance. Who knows? I don't know. I didn't look up the numbers. I don't know how to find them. But for a company as big as Nintendo to send a message like that through a mom and pop company is really just bullying. And it sucks because it's not going to stop anybody from buying Nintendo, which sucks. Well, no, it doesn't suck because I love Nintendo. And like that's why this video's like got me feeling all weird because I want Nintendo to protect its stuff. Like I don't want anybody to just be making Pokemon games. That's not true either because some of the ROM hacks are fucking amazing. Like if they just gave people the ability to make what they wanted and say take 10%, they would make more money. They would make so much more money even if they took 50%. You know what I mean? Because it's really they couldn't do it without Pokemon or whatever. They would make so much more money, but they don't. They only care about their thing, the narrow myopic view of how they can make money and how everybody else is making money, that they're not looking at actually funding these things. Like, oh man, what if this was licensed by Nintendo and we got $1 off every download or $2 or whatever the fuck it is, you know what I mean? Then yeah, I bet that would be dope. You know, from advertising and stuff like that. If they put the actual Switch games on there and stuff like, not like to download, but as advertisement, who knows? It would probably increase revenue. You know what I mean? Because people want these games. People want the games. They've been begging for Virtual Console since they got rid of it. And people thought, oh, hey, with Nintendo Online, we're going to get Virtual Console. Nope. Well, kind of, but it's like the shittiest kind. It gives you like 3 games that are like any good and a bunch of shit. And a bunch of games that really like you wouldn't want. You wouldn't go get them. Chances are there are some real big fans of retro gaming out there that might sit down and like really ham out these games, and super cool, dude. I'm really glad you got something for you. I really, really am. Genuinely from my heart. But me, there's only like 3 games. There's like Zelda. I used to like Tecmo football, but I think I like the Super Nintendo version. What else? Mario 3. Zelda, the Super Edition. Like, there's not really that much stuff, really, honestly. And don't get me wrong, I love being able to play Mario Kart online and stuff like that. And $20 for a year, the price is fucking right. Let's just be honest. You know what I mean? But if they're gonna get mad at people for going to get what they want when Nintendo refuses to give it to them, even though it would be absolutely easy peasy lemon squeezy to implement. And they would make revenue almost instantly, hundreds of dollars. Even if for some reason you couldn't attach it to your old thing so you couldn't get the new game, there are a lot of people who would just buy those games again. Be like, you know what, that happens, that sucks. Oh, I should get Pokemon Crystal again. That'd be so dope to just play. Oh my god. I would get Pokemon Crystal again. Oh my goodness. But no. You don't give us the option, so people have to go. And let alone, I'm going to talk about myself and how I got and how ROMs have affected me. The first game I ever played of Pokemon was a ROM of Green in Japanese. And absolutely fell in love and have spent a large margin of my personal income on, well, you know, I'll say a large margin of my net worth, because that's like everything taken out, you know, at the end of the day, which is like $4. But on the real though, like that's what I spend my money on. Like I don't actually have a lot of things. The Pikachu back there and the Charizard next to it, those were gifts. Everything you see behind me were gifts. Like I spend my money on the games, and if I can't, I will fight somebody for them, like I used to do in high school and middle school. Like, yeah, you heard me, high school and middle school. Bloody knuckles, bloody face, Pokemon. That's all I cared about. And I will promise you that 80% to 90% strong, all right, would not fight for their Pokemon games. All right. Not really. Not like actually fight. They would punch somebody and run away for their Pokemon game, sure, but not stick around and get punched in the face and keep punching and keep getting punched. All right? I promise you, because most people don't like getting punched in the face enough. That's just really what it comes down to it. Like, I'm okay with getting punched in the face. I grew up getting the shit kicked out of me. So that's my claim to fame. But to see the company that I absolutely fell in love with, I remember. Oh my god, just came to my head. I gotta say this. When I was in the foster home, the Kings, it's like one of the few that I remember. I remember our neighbor got Donkey Kong and a Nintendo system, and this is back in like 80. You know what I mean? 87, 88, like 88, 89 region. All right, and I remember sneaking out of the foster home, running through, like, you know how they have the like drainage ditches for the water to go through, like running through one of those, because that's how I knew to get to the neighbor's house, through like wet and like not rain, but you know, like that misty kind of rain where it's like, I call it like an Irish mist, because it's not rain. It's just wet everywhere in every direction. But through that, and I remember getting there and people were freaking out because it took me like 20 minutes. This was like a country place, and I was like a little kid. And people were freaking out when I got there. Everybody thought like something horrible had happened. And I'm just like, I'm here for Donkey Kong. And they're like, I remember, I don't remember specifics, but I remember having a blanket and watching it in a room full of people. Like I couldn't pick any of them except for, at the time, except for my foster sister and the neighbor, like out of a crowd. But I remember that moment, the feeling of being in a group of people all feeling the same thing. And that was brought to me by Nintendo. Some of my only happy memories from my childhood are brought to me by Nintendo. And I honestly, I dream to work with and for Nintendo in the future. So, but I cannot be bought. You don't get to buy my opinion. All right. If you mess up, I'm going to call you on it. All right. If you're family, a family don't let somebody slide. All right. A family is you fucking up, we're going to tell you and we're going to get you better. All right. That's what it is. And I love Nintendo like family. So Nintendo, you messed up. You did wrong. You made an example out of somebody you shouldn't be just because you could. And that's bullying. All right. I love you to death. But you can do better. You can be smarter. And you have done better. You've settled out of court for much, much less, for pittance compared to this. But you decided to make a message. And that's when it becomes bullying. Defending what's yours is absolutely fine. All right? Maybe shut down the site, what have you. Cool. But what you're doing is bullying. And that is less than cool. I don't know what else to say about it. So this has been Captain Valen, ranting and raving. Keeping it 100 all the time, every day. Yeah, I'm still working on my outro. I'm not going to be like Dritz and be like, come rubbing my nuts. Because, hey, that's his. And I actually don't like to be touched. Like, I'm not asexual. Don't get the wrong idea. But unless we actually fit in the fuck, you can just leave me alone, please. I don't like to be touched. I'll cuddle when I feel like it. It does happen, but it's rare. But yeah, weird thing to end on. All right. Nintendo, do better. This is Captain Valen. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave messages for how you feel about this and Nintendo's other practices, and if you think this is going to work. All right. Captain Valen, keeping it real.